I'm digging up the bones of the failures I buried. I'm pulling down my face in various stages. The sun bleached and gray. I'm gonna sew them all together. Gonna fashion the bones into a frame. Tie the flags on with string, stretched across until their wings. I'm no closer to heaven. I clipped a bird with my car on the freeway. You won't see a burial. And all week long I kept thinking of death. How me and Hemingway share forehead scars. I won't meet the same fate that he did. In a world that I can't fix, with a hammer in my grip, I'm no closer to heaven. It feels like the day before something important. It feels like the first snow of the season that sticks. It's how I'll always feel like a failure in the back of my head. No matter where I've been, but the future feels bright, with the glow of a city. Out across the Great Plains, where the closer I get, the further I feel away. I could stay here in the darkness. It feels like I'm wandering in circles for days. I may never reach the gates. I'll keep walking anyway. I'm no closer to heaven. We wanted to make sure that we played that one first, because that song and really that whole record are about not just accepting things the way they are. They're about pushing for better, pushing for a more equitable and just future for everyone. And oftentimes when we have those conversations, the argument that I hear against change is, well, that's just the way things have always been done. That's not a valid criticism of progress. That complacency does nothing for anyone. We have to imagine new systems. We have to tear down those that don't work for everyone and build a better future together. Justice for Elijah McClain. Justice for Breonna Taylor. Black Lives Matter. We're the Wonder Years. Looking for the upsides to these panic attack nights, where I'm staying in eating takeout food by TV light. And I'm trying to play the B-side to this awkward life of mine. You can flip me over, I'll read a few lines about how I'm so used to shooting myself in the kneecaps, or standing in the way of progress, letting down my friends. I'm nailing shards of hope together to put something over my head, 'cause you know here it's always rain. It happened again. She said I let this slide when we were younger. You know you don't have to write like this. The whole world's full of losers. If you get a chance to win, you should take it. I stood on the roof with Matt and Molly. I watched the gray slide off the city. It's finally spring. We rode our bikes over to 6th Street to Washington Square Park to see if the tides would turn for me, and they did. I'm nailing shards of hope together to put something over my head. You know, here it's always raining. It happened again. She said I let this slide when we were younger. You know you don't have to write like this. The whole world's full of losers. If you get a chance to win, you should take it. I left a lot of blood in California on our first trip out west. I was younger and restless back then, and I thought, if no one's in my corner, since everyone left, better make it worth it. I lost a lot of blood in California on our first trip out west. I was younger and restless back then, and I thought, if no one's in my corner, since everyone left, I better make it worth it. That's a lot of blood in California on our first trip out west. I was younger and restless. It sure is weird without applause, right? Hi, we're the Wonder Years. I anticipate that if you're watching this, then you are already keenly aware of that fact. I also anticipate you are aware of the reason we're doing this live stream, but in case it somehow got lost in the cracks, we were on a tour with Pool Kids and Spanish Love Songs and Free Throw. We love all of you, if any of you are watching. That got cut short, got canceled because of the global pandemic that we're all experiencing and living through. And because we don't often get to do the Burst and Decay stuff, we thought that we would do this live stream. We'd do an extended version of that set for everybody and try to get everyone an opportunity to see that, because we don't know the next time we're going to do it. You might be looking at us, or I'm sure that you are if you're hearing this, and noticing that, you know, we're trying to be as safe and conscientious as we can. All the guys have masks on. I do not, because I am screaming for a lot of this. I'm in a separate room so as not to get my respiratory droplets on everyone. And so, you know, we're trying to be conscientious, and we hope that you are all safe and healthy and happy. Shall we do it?
We shall.
We shall. This one's called Coffee Eyes. $2.27, January 17th, 2006. Here in the diner with my friends, talking about how the year went. A few years later I walk in, Patty knew my drink. She asked where the hell we'd been. You used to come here every night, it's not the same without your kids. I cut my hand on a piece of glass. The time we found Dave half dead in the parking lot. I spent the rest of the night in the ER. I cut my hand on a piece of glass. Hope the scar lasts so I don't forget. There's a bed and table for me there. The coffee eyes and blank stares are late night all the calling lights. This was a place to call home when it felt like the world didn't want us. Watched Mike slash Mon's tires. We laughed about it later. Watched friendships dissolve in the booth on the back wall. I cut my hand on a piece of glass. Hope the scar lasts. There's always been a table for me there. Coffee eyes and blank stares are late night affairs. There's always been a table for me there. So you can try to forget or say it's the past. You know you'll always end up right back where you left. There's always been a table for me there. 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 Forgot what month it is again. Half awake, I know it's wrong. I swear to God it's almost Christmas. In a language I don't understand. There's a shaking voice on the PA. The other passengers seem nervous. I'm playing a song to you, wanna die to. A song to you. I'm suddenly aware of our speed. We sew the world together tightly, cinch the gaps with pins and string. Beacon out there on the wing, lights the clouds from inside out. And from the ground we look like lightning. I'm playing a song to you, one tied to a song to you. Everywhere once again, I hear the ocean in the engine, feel the moonlight creeping in. Maybe it's all in my mind. I'm a foreign presence in your bloodstream, a stranger in my bed. I'm playing a song to you, one and tied to a song to you, one and tied to a song to you, one and tied to a song to you. house one night in a prairie town.
Tornado alley, a running storm.
They can see the dirt there under my fingernails.
Just a pile of bones left on an airport floor.
Bags under my eyes, you got the space when you bottom out.
So pack your things and make a break for the door.
One day the things you love are gonna put you in the ground.
I'm planning to run till I can't run anymore.
So it's our understanding that in this stream that there's like a chat feature, and our manager is downstairs in the control room along with Andy, who's making this sound the way it sounds. And so I was thinking that if you had questions to fill this space where there is no applause, no interaction, that you could ask them in the chat, and then if Joe thinks it's a good question, they can tell it to me through my in-ears, and I can answer it for you. Ideally, what I think I want to do is we'll play the songs, and if you have questions about the songs we're playing, those will get like precedent. And so we'll do the next couple songs, and then I'll ask Joe if he has any questions for me, and then if he does, I'll repeat it back because you can't hear it, and then do my best to answer it for you. You all ready to play It Must Get Lonely? Then let's play It Must Get Lonely. I'm a runner in the sunlight. After 2 weeks in the dark, if you gotta tell me you're not using, it's probably because you are. I saw you there just to block off to see your home on an empty street. The others have been torn down. You're the last one standing. It must get lonely. Gray starts to swallow gray, where the sky meets the Irish Sea. Like a suit that's been at too many funerals, it starts fraying at the seams. I saw a bag of clementines split wide open on an English street. And the contrast made me feel so goddamn dizzy. I saw you there just to block off to see your home on an empty street. The others have been torn down. You're the last one standing. It must get obvious enough that I'm not ever gonna change. It must get obvious enough that I'm the one who stays. Spectre in the dim light on the flowers by the grave. In the Montmartre in Paris, where crows seem to know my name, and they left footprints in the snow along the fence on Palmer Street. Cigarette butts on the headstones she left for me. I saw you there just to block off to see your home on an empty street. The others have been torn down. You're the last one standing. It must get obvious enough that I'm not ever gonna change. It must get I wanna take you someplace safer, pull your pain out with my teeth. I wanna take away the ulcers, burning holes into your cheeks. And I wanna bring you back to water, turn your branches evergreen. I wanna take you someplace safer. I wanna leave. I wanted to see how the light collects in the high desert heat. You point to where the South Sisters should be, behind the clouds. I'm haunted by the ghost right now. The entire coast is out of water, it's turning different shades of gray. Watching somebody you love as they slowly waste away. And you look skinny at my wedding, sick of carrying the weight of all the doctors and all the treatments and all the reasons to be afraid. I wanted to see how the light collects in the high desert heat. You point to where the South Sisters should be, behind the clouds. I'm haunted by the ghosts right now. Right now, right now. I wanna take you someplace safer. I wanna take you someplace safer. I wanna see how the light collects in the high desert heat. You point to where the South Sisters should be, behind the clouds. Haunted by the ghosts right now. Cool. Joe, can you hear me? Do you guys have any interesting questions for me? Sure. So the question was, what was going through our heads playing the last show of the tour in St. Louis? And I think the whole day was kind of like fraught with anxiety of like, you know, like everything was happening very quickly. There was, you know, NBA players were getting sick, and Tom Hanks is getting sick, and all these cities are starting to shut down. And you know, we talked at the venue, and they said, listen, like it's not happening so much right now in St. Louis. Like, you know, we're seeing low testing. We can play the show. So a lot of it was about safety, you know, us feeling concerned, you know, for our safety, for the other, but everybody also knowing that this is the last chance that all of the people that work at this venue are going to get to work for, you know, we had no idea how long. You know, the security guards, the bartenders, you know, people at the door, the promoter, as well as all the other bands we're on tour with. And so, you know, we thought, okay, we actually thought that we were going to finish the tour in May. We talked the day before, we were rebooking the dates, and we thought like, okay, let's just have one more awesome show. say goodbye to everyone, but it's not really a goodbye. It's like, I'll see you in 8 weeks, right? And then I made sure to walk around to all the other bands at the end of the night and just let them know, like, it definitely sucks. I know that they were all expecting these, like the last 8 shows of the tour were, 8 of the 10 biggest shows of the tour, and everyone was getting really geared up and amped up for that. And to say, like, listen, I know that you were excited, but all 3 of those other bands have very bright futures and careers in front of them, and just making sure they know, hey, this is just a minor setback. Y'all are doing things the right way. You're good people. You're working hard. You're writing good music, and this is just one little setback, and very soon get back to where you need to be. So that was kind of that was what was going through my head a lot that day, was just trying to take care of everybody and make sure that everyone felt comfortable and then felt okay when they were going home. Y'all want to do another question, or should we do there? Let's do there. We'll do more questions in a little bit. All right. You're just trying to read, but I'm always standing in your light. You're just trying to sleep, but I always wake you up to apologize. I'm sorry I don't laugh at the right times. Know how it seems when I always sing to myself in public. Babble on like a madman. Know how it seems when I'm always staring off into nothing, lost in my head again. I'm sorry I don't laugh at the right times. What it feels like. I've got my heart strung up on clothing line, tenement windows in mid-July. I've got my strung up on clothing line, tenement windows. I'm sorry I don't laugh at the right times. Is this what it feels like with my wings clipped? I'm awkward, I'm nervous, I'm awkward and nervous. I wanted to say, obviously there's the 6 of us playing, but you're also hearing the playing of a bunch of other extraordinary musicians that we were very lucky to collaborate with on the Burst and Decay series. So you're hearing strings from Christine and from Tiffany and Maria and Kiara and Gabe and Nate. You're also hearing trumpet from Nate and from Joe. What you won't be hearing tonight, but what is on the record, are the voices of Laura Stevenson and Alex from Shortly. Happy to have been graced by the presence of all of them on all of these songs. Feel very lucky to work with such talented and kind people. So big shout out to everybody that was a part of that. We appreciate you very much. And you can listen to a lot of those people. The Little Cruda String Quartet is on Spotify. Shortly is on Spotify. Laura Stevenson, obviously. So I recommend checking out all of it. Let's do Passing Through a Screen Door. Cigarette smoke dances back in the window, and I can see the haze on the dome light, conjuring ghosts. 40-hour ride home, and they keep asking me what I'm doing with my life. While my cousins go to bed with their wives, I'm feeling like I'm falling behind. The Highway 1, listening to traffic reports one-on-one. Quietly undone, I was born to run away from anything good and escape partisan. Sun-drenched pavement in my blood.
First thing that I do when I walk in is find a way out for when shit gets bad. And
I've been looking for tears in the screen door. I've been waiting for another disaster.
Another disaster.
Terrified, like a kid in the 60s, staring at the sky, waiting for the bomb to fall. And it's all a lie. What they say about stability, it scares me sometimes. The emptiness I see in my eyes. All the kids' names I love their life. It's tied to tragedy. I don't want my children growing up to be anything like me. I've been looking for tears in the screen door. I've been waiting for another disaster. I was kinda hoping you'd say, I was kinda hoping you'd say. Flashlight and a small knife, the corner of my bedstand. I keep a flashlight in the train times, but you wouldn't understand. How could you understand? Jesus Christ, I'm 26. All the people I graduated with, all the kids, all our wives, all our people who care if they come home tonight. Jesus Christ, did I fuck up? I've been looking for tears in the screen door.
Tears in the screen door.
And I've been waiting for another disaster.
Another disaster.
I was kinda hoping you'd say, I was kinda hoping you'd say, I was kinda hoping you'd stay. I gotta tell you, whoever you is, this is just infinitely more nerve-wracking. I'm never nervous to play a show. I'm never nervous to play a show.
Oh, dude, I'm messing up.
It doesn't matter how many people are there, 100 or 10,000. I've never been nervous to get on a stage, really. This is because there's no like energy to feed off of or something, or maybe it's because there's nothing distracting, so you're like really in your head about like which part's next.
Yeah.
But it's scary. I'm scared. Joe, do you have any other questions for me? Keep him busy. The question was, how are we keeping busy during quarantine? I have a 14-month-old that's keeping me very busy. My wife is working from home, and so she's in the home office most of the day, and so it's just me and Wyatt, which is awesome. I so many things I would have missed. I likely would have missed his first steps had we not. I had to cancel the rest of the tour dates, so a little silver lining there. He and I hang out. We started a garden, so we're go out and check on that and water that, and he likes just running around the neighborhood. Not running, well, running actually. He's pretty fast. But I'll put him on the sidewalk and just kind of follow him for like 3 blocks. And he stops and waves and smiles and says hi to everybody that passes by, which is really cute and cool and brings some brightness to everybody's day. So that's most of my time is just caring for him. Also, anyone with kids probably understands this, but like, it seems like every day he finds a new, incredibly dangerous thing that he can do. He's like, oh, I can now climb on the coffee table or whatever else. So like, my anxiety levels are incredibly high all day, every day. Does anybody else want to talk, one of the people with the microphone, Nick or Matt, about what you've been doing to keep busy?
Yeah, just trying to stay productive. Been writing music for funsies and, maybe future one-year stuff. Who knows? Other than that, just kind of doing a lot of gardening, which is a new hobby of mine. Trying to keep my house afloat. Almost had a tree fall on it the other day, so... Yeah. Dodge that bullet, but just kind of keeping busy. What about
Nick?
you,
What have you
Nick?
been up to?
I mean, the cat keeps me pretty busy. Just knocking stuff off the counter, I bought an exercise bike, so if I stop using it, can people make fun of me on Twitter, please? Because I need to keep using it.
No doubt we will hold you accountable to your exercise routine.
I'm too fat. I need to fix it. Well, another than that, just sleeping or whatever. What do people do? Sleep?
Sleep.
Yeah, I just do that.
Sleep. Shall we play? What are we going to do? We're going to do Cul-de-Sac, right?
Yeah.
Then let's do it. Messages on an answering machine in a house that's always empty, so I know nobody's listening. I've been confessing my transgressions over Satanists. Silence makes me sick. No good can come from this. Letting go, hanging on like poison ivy out of cold suburban concrete from a careless urban sprawl. Letting go, we can't keep out of trouble. I thought my kids would call you uncle, thought we'd never be alone, but I got images of you inside my head, outside of the gas station where we always used to shoplift. It's car crash rhetoric. We fucked up everything we came in contact with. Boyhood recklessness. I'm letting go. Suburban concrete from a careless urban sprawl. Letting go, we can't keep out of trouble. Thought my kids would call you uncle, thought we'd never be alone. I'm letting go. Got. I just can't carry you.
If you walk to me home,
I know that I have flashbacks, snow angels in God lives.
If you walk
vision quest.
If you walk to me home,
I don't know when I'll finally work up the backbone to walk alone. I'm letting go. This song is called Don't Let Me Cave In, but it's like a loungier version. Mm-hmm. You drove me all the way up here, 'cause you could tell that I was a mess. I wasn't gonna make it to dinner. I shouldn't be calling again. You drove me all the way back. Circled the airport 100 times and tried to hide the fact that I was crying. Came in on the red eye. That's why I look like this. There comes a day when you rectify who you are with who you wanna be with, and I can't make the two things coexist. So don't let me cave in. You drove me all the way up here, you could tell that I was a mess. I wasn't gonna make it to dinner. I shouldn't be calling again. You drove me all the way up here and asked if we could stay in bed, 'cause you got work early tomorrow and I got a plane to catch. You drove me all the way back. Last night getting Mexican outside of Logan Square, basement show with Evan. Chicago looked desperate. Maybe that was me. I couldn't help thinking of watching the Sears Tower collapse as a kid. I feel like I might do the same thing. So don't let it happen to me. No, don't let it happen to me. You drove me all the way up here, 'cause you could tell that I was a mess. I wasn't gonna make it to dinner. I shouldn't be calling again. You drove me all the way up so we could stay in bed, 'cause you got work early tomorrow and I got a plane to catch. You drove me all the way back.
try to make a life in the Midwest, but the Rust Belt keeps breaking promises. I can't seem to find out where my footing is.
So don't let me cave in. Don't let me cave in. You drove me all the way up here, 'cause you could tell that I was a mess. Wasn't gonna make it to dinner. I shouldn't be calling again. You drove me all the way up here, and that's so we could stay in bed. The next song, how do I phrase it? So we would always ask people, not always, sometimes, we ask people what songs they want to hear on a certain tour. And sometimes we even put up like a poll or something like that where we can get the feedback directly. And people would always say this song. But then we would play it and everyone would like put their fucking hands in their pockets. Like it was like the least reactive song we would play in the set every time. And we started thinking that maybe it was just like one giant joke that we weren't a part of, that like the entire fan base had like gotten together and said like, let's tell them we really like Hoodie Weather when we actually fucking hate Hoodie Weather. And that every time they play it, they'll be confused on stage by the reaction. And maybe that is what you did, but we found a way around it because we wrote this version of Hoodie Weather that you don't have to react to because it's nice and mellow and even sadder. And I'd like it more. I don't know about you guys.
I think so.
What's that? I think we all like it more. That's the consensus. We like this version of Hoodie Weather more. Shall we? Nick, are you ready? I guess so. Let's play it. It smells like it should be snowing, and I've been frequenting a diner on Main Street. The waitresses are girls that graduated with me, had problems with oxy and can't recall what I got to drink. No one knows where they're going, they just know they want out of here badly. Their cigarettes dropped on a highway that smashed, scatter and burn out somewhere else without knowing. I've got my grandmother's veins in the back of my hands and just a hint of a South Philly accent. I was born here, I'll probably die here. Let's go home. This sound's got lies to tell. Wait around to hear you out, but I can't keep from digging up these bones. The kids in the graduating class got their eyes set west, California on their lips. I left some blood that I'm never getting back. Rocky's in the deep south, I don't think he's coming back now. It's sinister, it's how shit works out. I've got my grandmother's veins in the back of my hands and a hint of a South Philly accent. I was born here, I'll probably die here. Let's go home. This sound's got lies to tell. I'm waiting around to hear you out, but I can't keep from digging up these bones forever. For now, I'll settle down and try to find some solid ground. I lost my footing trying to get home last winter. Watching my heroes turn human in front of me. The songs we wrote at 18 were short-sighted and naive. So when the weather breaks, I'll pull my hoodie up over my face. I won't run away. As fucked as this place got it made me. This sound's got lies to tell. I'm waiting around to hear you out, but I can't keep from digging up these bones forever. At least for now, I'll settle down. I'll try to find some solid ground. I lost my footing trying to get home last winter. my palm and I held it out to you. You did the same with your old army surplus blade. And my blood's never as warm as I expected. You grabbed my hand adorned in wildflower war paint. You made yellows out of marigolds. You made purple out of camellias. We charged head first into the woods with bows and arrows drawn. Crudely fashioned sticks and rubber bands and spray paint. We swore ourselves protectors from all the evil in the world. You weren't born, my brother, but you couldn't die that way. And you ran alone in the falling snow, barefoot down White's Road. I watched your bruises grow, strangely beautiful, purple and yellow. You said, don't take me home, don't take me home, don't take me home. Your father came in angry like a thunderstorm. He tossed you room from room and I watched the color draining from your face. The fault lines started forming underneath all of your floorboards. We sat terrified, waiting on an earthquake. I watched you put on a brave face. I wanted so badly to be brave. But you ran alone in the falling snow, barefoot down White's Road. I watched your bruises grow, strangely beautiful, purple and yellow. You said, don't take me home, don't take me home, don't take me home. Out to teach you what a man is, but I don't think I'll ever know what that means. To put a gun into your hand and call you weak until you're violent. Don't believe it, they're hateful cause they're empty. We got a chance to break the cycle. We could be the heroes that we always said we'd be. But don't take me home, don't take me home, don't take me. Joe Mara, what do you got for me? Sure. My best attempt at restating that question is that people have noticed that location, environment, city, state, places end up influencing the writing a lot. And the question is about like maybe how that happens and why that happens. I think, first of all, one of the things that, especially in recent records, but I guess kind of always that I have tried to do lyrically, is create something almost cinematic. Like I want you to listen to the song and see the place that it's happening in. I want you to be able to feel like you are there in a lot of ways. And so that's a lot of why location and like specific location comes up so often. You know, I want you to feel everything about what I was feeling when I was writing it. And so like, let's take for instance a song like Raining in Kyoto. Like I think that every little detail in that song is important in understanding like the kind of devastating absurdity of it all, the pouring rain and the language barrier, and the sad lonely candle and the vending machine coffee. It all kind of comes together to create like this really, hopefully, I mean, the goal was to create like a really robust picture so that you can feel like you're there. And that's something that I think is kind of central to what I do lyrically is try to create worlds that you can live in for those 3.5 to 4.5 to, what's our longest song? Like 8 minutes? 7 minutes? Those 7 minutes. Joe, let's take another one. So the question was coordinating this show hard? The answer is yes. It was, because as everyone is aware, we're in the midst of a global pandemic, and so like safety was paramount. Finding a space that we could do this in, finding team members that we could partner with to make it happen, making sure all of those people felt safe and comfortable, making sure we all felt safe and comfortable. Just in like the logistics, the timing, the actual physical space. There needed to be like an ISO booth for me to be able to sing with everyone feeling healthy. So, and then like little things down to like the internet connection has to be good enough. Like there's certain places, certain studios that you want to do it out of that are, out of the question because we don't have, what is it, Nick? Bandwidth? Enough
Sure.
bandwidth?
Yeah, the kilobyte the mega gigabytes.
You're supposed to actually know.
Look, I use the internet. I don't know the internet, all right?
Joe, how about one more before we go into the next one? So the question was what kind of legacy we're striving to create. I think it's twofold. There's the musically, we're trying to create something that says that we consistently pushed forward, that we never rested on our laurels, we never made the same record for you twice, that we always tried to give you something new and engage you in a different way and carry you along with us as we travel the journey of our lives. And as we learn new things and experience new things, we want to bring you with that instead of rehashing things that we've done in the past. The other legacy, maybe more broadly on the community, is we would like to leave the community, the scene, a kinder place, a more accepting place than what we came into. We want to leave it a more inclusive place and a place where everyone, feels like they belong. We're trying to. One of the things that we're trying to do consistently is find exciting new bands that we believe in and putting them in front of you so that, you can experience what they have to say as well. And so, I think generally, though, kindness, I think, would be the answer there. We're going to roll through. We're going to do a song for Ernest Hemingway, aren't we? We are. Then let's do it. Sky goes from concrete to charcoal. I'm laying on my back on the roof. I'm gonna shoot these clouds full of holes. I need some fucking light to pour through, 'cause December's got me up against the ropes, and I don't know how to get loose. I can't get feeling back in my toes. I'm walking in circles with you like we're lost Canadian geese. I should be south of here already. I'll be your dead bird, you'll be my bloodhound. You're just doing what you're told. Pick my body off the ground. You're dead bird, I'm hanging from your mouth. You're doing what you're told. Gonna make your master proud. It's good to know I didn't die for nothing. I'm staring at Hemingway's shotgun, picturing drinking alone. He's forgetting things that he wouldn't have before. His eyesight starting to go, and I heard all about how his plane went down after Christmas in the Congo. He read about his own death in the paper. I bet it was free, and knowing you destroy anything worth chasing. There's nowhere left to go. I'll be a dead bird, you'll be my bloodhound. You're just doing what you're told. Pick my body off the ground. You dead bird, I'm hanging from your mouth. You're doing what you're told. Gonna make your master proud. It's good to know I didn't die for nothing.
Summer's got me back into a corner again. My ears are back, my teeth are showing. I'm coming through the wreck, trying to find where I've been. I still get battle pains from a safer distance.
Be your dead bird, you'll be my bloodhound. You're just doing what you're told. Pick my body off the ground. You're dead bird, I'm hanging from your mouth. You're doing what you're told. Gonna make your master proud. It's good to know I didn't die for nothing.
Summer's got me back into a corner again. My ears are back, my teeth are showing. Coming through the wreck, trying to find where I've been. I still get battle pains.
But I didn't die for nothing. So as soon as we announced this live stream, like hundreds, I think, of people made this joke, which was to say, if we're gonna watch it in our living room, then you goddamn better play living room song. And obviously, we are. Guy on the radio sounds like a budget Stephen Hawking. Keeps trying to tell me that the Bible says the world is ending. He goes down around May 20th. I guess this song is pointless. You're never gonna hear it. If the world ends, I hope I'm in my living room with best friends. Raise your glasses. We don't have trouble sleeping. No one's gonna take that away from me. We don't have trouble sleeping. We know who we wanna be. Fuck some movie that this poor Keanu Reeves was in. These doomsday prophecies are all gonna amount to nothing. So for now I'm calling bullshit. Mayans don't believe it. Why should I be any different? If the world ends, I hope I'm in my living room with best friends. Raise your glasses. We don't have trouble sleeping. No one's gonna take that away from me. We don't have trouble sleeping. We know who we wanna be. This week is gonna swallow me. When it spits me out, I'm landing on my feet. I'm going to bed tonight in my new dry jacket hoodie. Fuck the world and what it wants me to be. Fuck the world and what it wants me to be. Fuck the world and what it wants me to be. Fuck the world. Fuck the world. We don't have trouble sleeping. No one's gonna take that away from me. We don't have trouble sleeping. We know who we wanna be. We don't have trouble sleeping. No one's gonna take that away from me. We don't have trouble sleeping. We know who we wanna be. Two notes on that song is I had panicked mid-song because every time we play it, when I have to say whose hoodie it is, it's always been the band that we're either on tour with or about to go on tour with, or but we're not on tour. But I looked out into the room. And the people operating the cameras, several of them are members of the band Dry Jacket. And so I thought Dry Jacket Hoodie worked. And secondly, that lyric in the chorus, just to be so clear, because I hear it wrong all the time, is we don't have trouble sleeping. People seem to think it's we all have trouble sleeping, and it is we don't have trouble sleeping. So once and for all, maybe I fixed it. Andy, is this microphone on? It should be, and it is. Madelyn, I share your hate for this world we're in, but it makes me a better man. It's an excuse that you make. And Madelyn, I know you wanna let the bottles in. I know you think that they're all your friends. They're lying straight to your face. Well, I know about the devil in your bloodstream, and I know that the ghost still visit nightly. Well, I know you must get lonely by the Chesapeake. And so, Madelyn, are you really afraid of death? Or do you just say it if it's the right thing to say? And Madelyn, I know you're safe where you lay your head, but if you wanted to come back, I got a place you could stay. If I'm not doing right by my family, well then what's the point of it anyway? This anyway, I don't think there's a God. I don't think that there's someone coming to save us. And I don't think that's the worst news of the day. I don't think there's a God. I don't think that there's someone coming to save me. And I don't think that's the worst news of the day. And so, Madelyn, I know how your cold scars turn purple. I know how the Irish goodbyes feel. I know where you've been. And Madelyn, you and I got this East Coast blood between us. It's bitter and vitriolic. I know how it ends. Oh, if I'm not doing right by my family, oh, I'm not doing right by my family. Cool. Does anyone know what time it is? What time is it? 7:12. Oh no. Well, that's not a problem, except that there's a new episode of Paddington on, which.
The Bear?
Yes.
Animated or
Animated. It's an amazing show. It's it's my son's favorite.
You've changed, dude.
And so it's so good. It's honestly so good. You have to watch it. It's on Nick Jr.
You can't just watch Paddington. I don't have the context for that.
It's but anyway, there's a new episode on for the first time in a long time, and so I was gonna dedicate this song to my wife because it is about her and because she's amazing, and we've been raising this kid together through this pandemic, but I know she's not watching anymore because the new episode of Paddington is on, and Wyatt has to watch it. We have to make sure he sees it. So this would go out to Allison. It does go out to Allison, but she doesn't know that. So it's called You in January. Goddamn, you look holy. Hit from behind with light. You're a painting of a saint, And I'm nervous, stumbling over my lines, but I tell you I love you. And we stare at Catalina, the city lost to the sea, carried out by the tide. You were the one thing I got right. Goddamn, you look holy, bathed in the January light, on the floor of our new bedroom, on the carpet with the window open wide. When you tell me you love me, I can actually see it. Your breath frozen in the air, newborn droplets of ice. You were the one thing I got right. I'm measuring heartbeats and miles away. You held me together, I used to burst into decay. We got off the airplane, a couple of runaways. I was hoping you'd stay. Could you say
You were the obvious one.
from the taxi cab in Chelsea out past Salvation Mountain?
You were the obvious one.
From a walk along the High Line out to Wicker Park in August.
You were the obvious one.
From your Upper East Side dorm room to the Southwest Marvin Head night, with you smiling in the sand. Goddamn, I hate leaving. Another early flight. I ran the dishwasher this morning. I wanted there to be clean plates for you tonight. I've grown used to your perfume. It hangs in the morning light. Wake me up before you leave for work. Kiss me goodbye. You were the one thing I got right. I'm measuring heartbeats and miles away. You held me together, I used to burst into decay. I got off the airplane, a couple of runaways. Was hoping you'd stay. Could you say I'm measuring heartbeats and miles away. You held me together, I used to burst in decay. And got off the airplane, a couple of runaways. I'm glad that you stayed. Cool. We're going to do 2 more songs, but before we do 2 more songs, I just wanted to say, we all wanted to say thank you. We want to say thank you to Andy and Retro City Studios in Germantown in Philadelphia for hosting us and for mixing us. Thank you so much. We want to say thank you to everyone at Catalog Company that is here recording this and directing this and making sure that it looks good, multiple camera angles and the whole thing. And we want to say thank you to you for supporting this or for buying a ticket. It's a weird time to make your living playing music in front of people because we can't. And we want you to know how far it goes and how grateful we are that you chose to do this with us tonight. It really means a whole hell of a lot. So thank you to everyone for tuning in and supporting us. And also, shout out to my therapist. I was saying this the other day, Dr. Stevens. What's up? My favorite thing in the whole fucking world is playing music in front of all of y'all, and not knowing when I'm gonna get to do that again is tough. It's really fucking tough for all of us. We want you to know we miss you a whole lot. We miss you a whole lot, and we're looking forward very much to the day that we get to do this again on a stage in front of all of you as soon as it's safe. We'll see you as soon as it's safe. We're going to play 2 more. This one's called Dismantling Summer. but the truth is I've been losing ground to a hospital too crowded, the summer winding down. I hadn't seen a heartbreak until now. I hadn't felt a heartbreak until now. Hadn't felt a heartbreak until now. Hadn't felt a heartbreak. Hospital's too crowded, the summer's winding down. And I hadn't seen a heartbreak until now. I hadn't felt a heartbreak until now. We were the Wonder Years, live from Germantown in Philadelphia, but live to your living room or bedroom or bathroom or wherever it is that you are relaxing right now. And we appreciate you very much. This song is called Cardinals. Good
I
night.
hope people are watching this in their bathroom.
Cardinal crashed into my window. I think he might die. Plan him a funeral. I'll read his last rites, 'cause I know what he saw in that reflection of light. When the glass is a better life, staring at a hole in your chest that's been dug there for decades. American broken promises caught between the lies you've been fed, and a war with your bloodstream. I should have been there when you needed a friend. I was off on my own again. Selfish and stupid. So if you call me back or let me in, I swear I'll never let you down again. I know the devil you've been fighting with, and I swear I'll never let you down again. I had that nightmare again. You're sad and helpless. Put up your fist, but I laughed at your swings and I beat you out conscious. Know that I failed you, woke up in a sweat. I won those years back. So if you call me back or let me in, I swear I'll never let you down again. I know the devil you've been fighting with, never let you down again.
Oh, Savior, can't save our brothers. Oh, Savior, can't save our brothers.
So if you call me back or let me in, I swear I'll never let you down again. I know the devil you've been fighting with, and I swear I'll never let you down again. So if you call me back or let me in, I swear I'll never let you down again. I know the devil you've been fighting with, I swear I'll never let you down again. Never let you down again.
Should we leave? Are we still on the internet?
What's the internet? Wait.
Are we still
Isn't this practice?